W7ATS.
Hill and 7CS. Do anything special to get the video up? I haven't done it since we've moved to the new system.
So it's going to be the same method for you unless you're going to be coming in over analog. Are you going to participate in the video portion of that?
Computer, not through RF.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Through the computer, not through RF.
Are you going to try Grant Stream?
No, I mean, we had been using Zoom and then we switched to something else, and I think now we switched to something else again, so I just wasn't sure how we were getting everybody together.
Discord. If you go to Discord, there should be a room for video nets.
One that's general voice and another that says board meeting video.
Hang on here, I'll get you squared away. Let me just log in and see if I can add you.
Thanks, W7ITL and 7CS.
Bert, you want to go ahead and try to refresh, and you should see the correct room to join.
See something now. I'm just trying to figure out how to get my camera working now. It's I probably need to do some setup here. Thanks, and 7CS.
James, can you switch to input 4? There we go. 3 is, we're not going to be using 3 tonight. We're just going to be using 4, which is the DVB-T input.
Good evening. Welcome to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM, the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. It's a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with fast scan television. We have a repeater located up on Cougar Mountain. We transmit on 70 centimeters. It's a crossband repeater and spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. Find out more about the Western Washington Amateur Television. Please Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. We transmit on and the frequencies we receive on. Also, you will find a little sketch about our club and its operations, and also you'll find a link that will take you to YouTube, where we stream our nets held Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. Also, we'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use WW7STR's repeater 147.08 with a tone of 103.5 for Cougar Mountain. Important to use the tone of 103.5 for Cougar Mountain to communicate with this net. So with that, I'll pause in case anybody has an emergency traffic or needs to make a contact on the homemade machine before our net gets fully underway. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. Hearing none, again, welcome to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Attending already by video link is Ron, KD7QKU, Bert, N7CS, Wade, W7IATL, Jim, N7QO, and myself, Dave, KD7ZYM. Is there anybody else wishing to check into the net this evening? Hearing none, we'll get the net going. Let's start off in Tacoma with Ron, KD7QKU.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dave. This is KD7QKU. Well, it was a pretty nice day today, but I think it's going to be hot tomorrow. As you can see, I got my hair cut today. We bought groceries, put gas in the car, spent money. As I guess as everybody knows, Wade was up to the Cougar Mountain twice. Well, actually, it's probably up there 3 or 4 times, but he made a trip up there, and then he came down and gave me the receiver, and then he went back up there, and we tested, and I'm sorry to say I never saw a picture, 1.2 picture, so I don't know. I don't know if there was a question, and maybe things weren't quite hooked up right or what, but I guess Wade will keep working on it, and maybe eventually we'll get it. I wish the receiver had been at his house rather than my house. There was a better chance of getting a picture over there. So let's see. Tomorrow I go in for it's called a PET scan. So I've had a spot in my lungs for quite a few years. 10 years ago I had a PET scan. And I'm going to have another one tomorrow. It looks for cancer, I guess, is what it does. It's nuclear. They put stuff in you, and then you have to wait an hour, and then they run you through a machine. And I don't know if anybody's had the PET scan. I had an X-ray a month ago, and the radiologist said there wasn't much change, and he called it a benign tumor. And the pulmonary doctor, he sort of agreed. He said he didn't think there was anything to worry about, but he thought it had changed a little bit. And they always tell me, if you were my dad, I would probably have a PET scan again, because it's been 10 years, and then we'll know for sure that it's nothing. So I said sure. So tomorrow I go in at noon, and I guess you have to have the stuff in you for an hour, and then they run you through the machine, and it checks your whole body to see if there's anything. So other than that, everything's fine. So I guess for now, back to net, KD7QKU.
WW7ATS, and welcome back, Bert, in 7CS.
Well, good evening, everyone. Hopefully everyone can hear me all right. Let's see. Yeah, it's been another, few weeks since I've been on the net, but doing lots of traveling, and in fact, hopping back on a plane tomorrow, so I'm going to be gone almost 2 months before coming back, just for a few days before going out again. But before I go on my travel, so earlier today, Wade stopped by the house, and since I'm not able to really participate in the testing because I keep traveling, I loaned him some good equipment so he can help with what he's trying to do. So I let him borrow my spectrum analyzer, a couple of big attenuators, one of the high-des HP320 digital transmitters, and then one of my receivers, and I think that was mainly what it was. So hopefully that will help him do the 1.2 gig testing he was trying to do, and looking forward to seeing how that comes about. Yeah, I'll be heading to Boston I'll be on a cruise ship for about a month, going back and forth between Boston and Quebec City. So I've never done that particular cruise itinerary before, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I've got a couple of cruises, I'll be doing some land vacations some land trips after that, and then another cruise to the Caribbean before coming back. So I'll be back just in time to get my ballot to vote, and then send it off, and then off again. So anyway, this is Bert, N7CS, Bert from Marysville, N7CS, back to net.
7CS, Bert, yes, vote. That's a good thing to be here for that. Let's go to Wade, W7ITL in Tacoma.
All right, well, it looks like our digital signal is getting up to the repeater. I'm watching it over YouTube and over 1.2, and it's a little glitchy. I just made an adjustment. Looks like it's a little less glitchy now. Let's see, what have I been doing today? I have been all over the place. First, I started my day, doing some work stuff, had to do that for a couple hours, and then after that, I drove up to Bert's house.
WW7N.
Let me see, I got, a receiver and a transmitter for 1.2 gig and an amplifier for 1.2 gigahertz and a 70 centimeter transmitter and a spectrum analyzer. So we're getting further along, and I'm excited that I think maybe the next net, if I can get back up there before Saturday, we'll be able to do 1.2 gig. Unfortunately, if we do switch to full digital, any of you folks that are using 1.2 to watch it on analog, we won't be able to watch it anymore. But I think it might be a good compromise so we can get full digital. So let me see. Don't have anything more. Oh, I did stop by Dave's house too on my way back, and I picked up some gear. He had an iMac and an old analog 9-inch Sony Trentron TV that I picked up from him. So I won't be playing with those. I think that's about it for this round. I'm glad to see everybody, and I'll turn it back to Dave. This is Wade, W7ITL.
W7ITL, thanks for that. Let's go to Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Well, let's see. Okay, I did not know anything about the testing that was going on, and I'm still slightly confused. I see I'm looking on the 1.2 gigahertz downlink, and the picture I'm seeing is very different than what I've seen previously. We've got a split screen of four charming-looking gentlemen, along with some sidebar, which I cannot read at all. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Bert. And I see a sidebar, which I cannot read at all. So I don't know. Maybe someone can give me, probably Wade, give me another update. The sidebar went away. Well, anyway, give me an update of what's going on there. So, question, the signal I'm seeing now is now digital. Yeah, there's the 434 receiver at on our television repeater at Cougar is now receiving digital, question mark. I don't know for sure what's going on there. Let's see. Oh, Ron, PET scan. Man, at first there, I thought you were going to say Lily's having some problems again, but no, it's you, dude. Okay, I'll be thinking about you. Hope that whatever you ingest doesn't make you too messed up. Good luck with that, and good luck with your lungs there. Bert, it's good to see you. It seems like it's only going to be a short while here, but oh well, have fun. Enjoy it while you can. Oh, and there's Jim. Hi, Jim. Let's see, what else? That's all I remember for now. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, and for an ID, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. On the 08 machine, I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, let's go to James, WU7N.
Well, good evening, all. I guess I can hear myself. A slight delay there.
so I'm using Echolink tonight. Quite a few things going on here. Still painting and plastic over some windows and not others. And still healing up from the great COVID attack. And what I've been using the time for, since I'm supposed to be sitting around mostly, is I've been sorting some electronic parts I've been meaning to sort out for many years. So it's nice to kind of see what I got. And that's been interesting too. I've got a new toy that helps me do that, a component analyzer. You can put just about anything on it and it tells you pretty much what it is, within reason, for discrete components anyway. Today I found a whole pile of integrated circuits, so it'll be interesting to see which ones those actually do something and which ones don't. Some CMOS and op-amp and of course good old 7400 series. How long has that been around? Still in use. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. I'm not sure I'll be here for the entire night. Wade, since you kind of know what's going on, maybe you can make sure and get shut down tonight or text me and make sure if you have difficulties. I am now seeing a 1.2 gig picture, so I think my problem here is I have an antenna that's literally just deteriorating. The base of it is just falling apart, and I think that's creating some mechanical connection problems. So anyway, this is James, WW7N in Northeast Bellevue. Let me turn it back to our net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Go ahead, Dave.
7N, James, thanks for that. This is Dave, KD7CYM in Lake City. Oh my, what a beautiful day. 72 degrees out right now. Clear sky. And I'd like to thank Wade for coming by for recycling. I got rid of an old iMac from 99 or 2000, you might say, right on that borderline, and 2 Apple boxes full of parts. So anyway, hopefully he'll give him something to do for fiddling around and seeing what he can do with that old computer. So that's about it here in Seattle. Outside of that, I did some household chores today, and tomorrow it looks like I'm going to have to water some of the roadies. They're starting to dry out a little bit with this heat. So that's about what I've got to say. So I'm going to send it back up to Ron, KD7QKU.
This is Ron, KD7QKU. Well, I hope you can see that picture. That's Richard. He's sitting in a chair. Looks like he's still in his hospital room. He sent a text saying that he was listening. So I don't know if he's listening on Discord or if he's listening on Echolink. But if you are listening, Richard, sure good to see you. Looks like you're coming along pretty good. Like I said in a text today, I think about you probably every day. And wonder how you're doing. As you maybe heard, we're working on digital. I sent Richard a text here a while back showing him a picture of the digital picture, and I told him we were on Discord, but I don't know if he's got Discord figured out or not. But anyway, darn, I lost my train of thought now. So I guess I'm just going to turn it back. So back to that, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks for that. Let's go to Marysville to Bert, N7CS.
Okay, hello again. Let's see. One thing I forgot to mention when I was talking about the stuff I loaned over to Wade today, I also transferred custody of the W7ATS repeater that Ron had previously given custody to me before. So Wade now has W7ATS, and there may be some parts in there that may be useful for some of the work he's doing. So let's see. So that's no longer sitting in my garage. Also, I gave Wade an old Texas Instruments 9948 computer that I had. I had a bunch of those, like new in box. So I think I did. There's probably not a composite AV cable that came with that computer. I think it came with like an RF connector, the old channel 3-4 thing. You may need to buy like some kind of like AV cable for that to actually hook it up to a TV. I think the Commodore 64 AV cables might be compatible, but so just double check online first before you plug it in, just to confirm it's the same pinout. Because I think I remember hearing people say they had used the C64 cable on it, but I don't know for sure. Let's see. The changes you made to the video stream, Wade, and mid-net seem to be working good. Well, it seems to be working good. The video looks a lot more fluid now. It doesn't seem to be freezing up like it did earlier on in the net. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, let me let it drop for a second. Okay, funny little story. So when I got back from my recent travels, one of the nets I do is a DMR net, and when I tried to key up my DMR radio, it wasn't working. Now that radio uses a different antenna because it's a tri-band radio with 220, so I didn't know why it wasn't working. So I spent some time, I think, the other day to like just try to trace everything from the radio all the way up to the antenna to figure out what was wrong. When I finally got all the way up on the antenna, the little PL connector was completely unscrewed from the bottom of the antenna. I have no idea how that happened. I mean, it wasn't broken or anything, it was just totally unscrewed. So I screwed it back on, and now the radio is working fine again. So I don't know how that happened, but that radio is working fine now. And let me see if there's anything else on my set of notes here. Nope, I think that's it for now. Okay, this is Bert in Marysville and 7CS, back to that.
Thanks for that. Let's go to Tacoma to Wade. W7ATS.
Well, it's me again here, Wade, in Tacoma. It is kind of jarring with the delay. I'm not used to being slightly delayed on the 1.2, and that's just an artifact of going digital. I'm going to see if I can adjust the latency. Maybe just something we'll have to live with. To answer Jim's question, yeah, we've been doing quite a bit of testing. I tried to include everybody in the text. Maybe I forgot to put your number in the text string, but we're trying to get everybody to move over to Discord for chat. So if you have Discord loaded and you watch the chat there, I can start putting things there as well as text until everybody gets familiar with how to use Discord. So yeah, so what we're doing right now, Jim, to answer your question specifically, is we're using it's a high-des HV, let me see, 320 at my end. That's the transceiver. And I got that fed into a Jim Andrews 70-centimeter amplifier, which I think right now I'm only putting about 1 amp into it. Yeah, about 1 amp or 1 watt. It's hard to tell because I haven't put it on the spectrum analyzer. Maybe that's something I'll do now that I have a loaner from Bert. So we'll see what kind of power it's actually putting out from the transmit side of the circuit. But yeah, as far as I can tell, it's only putting 1 watt out, and it's from the bird eye, or as a pro flies, it's doing about, I feel like it's 22 or maybe 28 miles from my house to the Cougar Mountain site. So it's doing pretty good right now. Colors are looking good, a little washed out, and that's just part of the, being analog still on the upstream from the DVB-T receiver that's up on the hill there. So it's still analog once it hits 1.2, but it is straight digital from my house to the repeater site, and then from the repeater site it gets mixed down to analog. And right now you're seeing the Discord video. It may be a little different than what you're probably used to seeing with Zoom with the boxes. It looks like I got it set up the way you normally have it with just a single picture. So that's that. Yeah, I am looking towards trying to figure out the 1.2 gigahertz digital side to figure out how we can get that to work. With the first test we did with Ron, it did not come in at all at his house. So the next test will be we'll try to do a receive close by so that I can drive back if I need to make adjustments, and then if I can at least receive it on the hill there, I'll drive back to my house and I'll see if I can receive 1.2 digital from my house. And and then we'll try to troubleshoot ROMs and anybody else that want to participate in the 1.2 gig digital.
Out or something.
Did I cut out? Oh, okay. I don't know how much you guys heard. I can say it again in the next round, but I'll just say, let's go back to the next person. I was just telling Jim that I have a list of all the equipment if he wants to try digital. So with that said, I'll turn it back to Dave, and you guys have to let me know what I said. I don't know where I started cutting. I wasn't watching you guys. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next round.
ITL, Wade, thanks for that. Let's go to Jim in Covington, N7QO.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Well, Jim, still working on your house. Still trying to recover there. Sorry about that. You definitely sound like you've felt better in the past. Man, that's rough. Yeah, I'm concerned about COVID. My wife and I have been talking about that. We've been trying to resume a more normal life, and it looks like there are definitely risks still involved with that. Sorry about that. Hope you get better soon. Chips. Yeah, 7400 series. I worked pretty extensively with 7400 series when I was in engineering school. That was 50 years ago, maybe 50 some years ago. That's so they've been around a while. God, I didn't think I was that old, but I am. And other people shaking their heads there. Oh, well, we're not a young group in general. Dave, yeah, thanks for saying something. That reminds me, I need to water everything as well. I got the shrubs cut down this past week, and need to run some hoses out there and move them around. The weather's going to definitely get a little toasty. And now that the shrubs have all had a haircut, it's time. Let's see. Oh, Ron, thanks for mentioning about Dick. Dick, if you're listening, we saw your picture, and you're looking good. Hope you can hear us. If not, I'm sure it'll be just a matter of time, and you'll be with us closer soon. A whole bunch of us are thinking of you and praying for you every day. Glad to see you doing better. Glad to see that it looks like you're not on the feeding tube or the oxygen tube. That's a major improvement. Let's see, Bert. I don't remember exactly. You were saying something about a Commodore 64 and cables. Maybe that was something for Wade. I have a Commodore monitor for my Commodore 64, and it has a rather unique video input. It has two well, it has a single RCA jack for NTSC video, like from an analog camera, but from the computer, it has two RCA input jacks. One says Luma and one says Chroma. I haven't dug out my Commodore 64 computer to see what's going on its end, because I haven't honestly done anything with it for, let's see, how long have I been here? For like 25 years. I packed it away and never really unpacked it seriously. But it's an unusual setup for the video from my Commodore 64. Bert, I will bet that the connector that got unscrewed, it's got to be those darn crows. I've got crows around here. You would not believe those guys. Man, I saw them taunting the neighbor's cat. I saw them catch a mouse and toy with it and like toss it from one bird to another bird. They're going crazy. So it's more than likely some critters that are trying to get you. Oh well. Just now you know what to check when things are not working there. Wade, if you tried to text me, the number that's on the sheet is my house phone, which does not do texting. My cell phone does not work well here at the house. Honestly, the texting side works, it performs a little better than the analog side. Just a couple days ago, I was out in the yard trying to call my wife. I had one bar, and it kept saying, call failed, call failed. It seems to me all you need is one bar, and it should connect, but it just wasn't working. And my wife's... Oh, I see you waving. Let me reset. Okay, thanks for waving. I'm going to assume that I timed it out or something. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, and frequently I don't have a computer that I can use at all. Like right now, my wife is on a Zoom meeting on our one computer that has a camera with it. So I'm basically just looking at everyone on the 1.2 gigahertz. And along that line, the picture that I'm getting on 1.2 right now is noticeably better than what I usually receive. So that's saying something. I don't know about the meteorological conditions or the propagation, but the picture is better than usual where I am on 1.2. Sorry if I timed it out. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
7QO, and a little surprise on Discord. Richard, K7ITX, has joined us. I don't know if he's got an audio link with coming back to us, but hello, Richard. You're looking good. Glad that you're able to show up on the net this evening. The mic is yours if you can make it work. WW7ATS, thanks with that. It was nice to see you joining the net. Our thoughts and prayers have been with you constantly, to wishing you well and a speedy recovery. It was really nice to see you check in. So from there, let's go to James, WU7N.
Thank you, Dave. And it's definitely worth it. It was kind of a push for me to come check into the net tonight, but it was worth it because I saw Richard, and you look like you are doing great, guy. I am so glad to see that. You just made my day. You probably haven't heard, but I've had my own rather minor medical adventure here, but it is dragging me down a bit. I hope to be recovering, but I do something out at Ren Fishing Game every Thursday, and tomorrow will be the third Thursday I have to pass, because as I tell everybody, I'm trying to stay away from people I like. And, you know, I really can't think of anybody I dislike enough to give them a big hug right now. So if you got any ideas, you know, for a small fee, I'll go out and visit someone. So anyway, let's see. Jim. Actually, when I was going through some little plastic drawers, I found some diode transistor logic, DTL, the predecessor of transistor logic. And I actually found some documentation for RTL, which was what was there before DTL. That was resistor transistor logic in the little dual inline packages. I don't think I have any RTL, but I definitely have some DTL. So I don't know. I'm sure it's not made anymore, so if there's some strange application out there somewhere that requires DTL, send them my way and we'll discuss the price. Other than that, it's been just kind of nice. I understand why people do knitting now, because I had this large box of, I think they're just parts that didn't go into a machine properly, and they were just this big sort of Gordian knot of components, and so I've just been sort of taking them apart one at a time and straightening the leads out on them and running them through my little computerized checker to see what it is, and then putting it in the right little plastic drawer. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make this my 73 here because my back is killing me. And so thank you very much. Wade, especially, big thanks to you for you know, all the work you put in the past couple of days. Richard, thank you very much for putting out the effort to check in tonight. It is so great to see you again. You made my day. Okay, this is James WU7N in Northeast Bellevue. Good night.
WW7N, thanks for that. And for an ID, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7CYM. Again, wishing Richard well. It was nice for him to drop in. I got a call from my health provider today telling me that COVID and flu shots are available, but they suggested I wait till the end of October to get the shots. So anyway, there will be a new batch towards the last 2 weeks of October coming in. That will be for a new strain anyway. Anyway, they were happy to tell me that I will appreciate that very much when I come in. So that's what's happening here in Lake City. This is Dave, KD7CYM. So I'm going to send it back up to Ron, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU here. Well, I unmuted my microphone, so I don't know if Richard is listening on Echolink or if he's listening on Discord. But if he's listening on Discord, now he disappeared. So I don't know what happened to him. So anyway, darn. So I hope you can hear us somehow, Richard. We're all wishing you, you know, the best of everything, and we're all glad to see you for sure. And it was nice to see Debbie. Looks like she's got a really good tan. I think Debbie's been spending some time by the swimming pool. I saw you sent the video of Mika, and I don't know if Mika was at the hospital or if she was at home, but she looks well. So anyway, as you may or may not have heard, we're experimenting with digital, and Wade's doing a lot of work. He's taken over this project, and he's moving along with it, so it's really good. All right, I guess that's it from here now. So KD7QKU, back to net.
7N disconnected.
N7CS Bert in Marysville.
Hello, everyone again. Let's see. Some people were talking about 7400 series chips. I forget exactly what the context behind the original comment was, but one thing that reminded me of is I saw this project online last year. Someone built a computer without using a CPU, without using a microcontroller, only by using like a series of 56 of the 7400 series digital logic chips. I have no idea how they managed to pull that off, but it's pretty impressive. I forgot to start my timer, but oh well. Jim, you were talking about you had something that had just a luma and chroma output. Those are the two components that you would find in an S-video connector. So you probably can wire up those luma and chroma to an S-video connector. But then you have to find a TV that still has an S-video connector. That's a whole other issue these days. That's probably a bit difficult to do, but that's probably what that's for. Let's see. I noticed the video was starting to freeze up a little bit again, I think, when James was talking earlier. So I don't know what might have been causing that. It looks pretty fluid for me right now. Then there's some discussion about like the new COVID shot. I got my COVID shot just a couple days ago because I travel so much. I didn't want to take a risk. And yeah, I know waiting until October might be a little bit better, but it's like the cruise I was just on, some of the people I was traveling with, one of them came down with COVID at the end of the cruise, so it's like I just don't want to take any chances there, because it's like, an infestation on those ships with COVID going around so much. Anyway, that's probably it for now. This is Bird in Marysville, and 7CS back to that.
N7CS, let's go to Wade, W7ITL in Tacoma.
Well, I'm back. Hopefully this time my audio doesn't clip out. I think I was on the wrong PL tone. I'm not sure how much Jim heard of what I was telling him, but yeah, we're digital, at least on the uplink. We're still working on the downlink to make it so you can see digital at home. So yeah, it was really nice to see Richard, and I'm glad he could join our net tonight. I hope he's doing okay, and my prayers are with him, and hope to see him soon again. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a lot more to say other than not last night, but the night before, I participated in the Pacific North. I'm not sure what the exact name of their group is, but it's Pacific Hams Digital Net. It's like at I think it's at like 8 o'clock maybe, or maybe 7. I forget what time it is. It's right after the check-in net for PSRG. So I joined that. I haven't checked it in there for over a year, and they were talking about amateur TV, and I piped in and I told them that we were going digital, and a couple of them were getting excited about it, and one of the guys reached out to me on email, and I sent him our Discord link. So I'm hoping that he will come to our net. I'm pulling up his name right now because I'm blanking on his name. Let's see what it is. It was Spencer. Spencer Bartholomew, I think. And let's see. It looks like his call sign is KK7NRJ. And if you're listening, Spencer, definitely check in anytime. If you want to go digital, or if you just want to see us on YouTube, you can do a search on YouTube for WW7ATS, and you can watch our nets. But if you're interested in the digital aspect and getting on the net for yourself, just let me know, and I'll send you some links to look at some equipment. I'm kind of running out of steam here, guys. Pretty tired from all the driving, so I don't know. We'll see if I can make another round. It's been super fun seeing everybody, and definitely, Richard, nice to see you. And it looks like you're doing better, so we'll hope to see you soon. All right, this is Wade, back to net.
7ITL, thanks for that. Let's go to Jim, N7QO.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, Dick, awfully good to see you. I did not hear a word you said. I don't know exactly how everyone was listening, but you were not coming over the 08 machine, so that's the only method I have of hearing what you were saying. Let's see, Jim, TTL, DTL, RTL. Yeah, I have no clue about applications for some of those. I don't know, and a bunch of components to come up with a computer. I don't know. I've got a Z80 chip and I've got an 8080 chip. Even when I was in school, they came around like right around when I was graduating, so didn't concentrate too much on that. Anyway, I know you're not feeling real well. Thanks for checking in, Jim. Wade, nice that there's some interest in another group out there. Hope that works out. If we can stimulate some interest, that would be a good thing. I don't remember exactly where you left off, but yeah, a significant amount of your transmission was truncated there. So I don't know. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
Dave, KD7CYM again. And it was really nice to see Richard drop into the net this evening, and we all wish him very well. So it was nice. It's amazing what you can do with electronics. EX from the middle of nowhere, what we've had with Bert on a ship, and being able to talk to Richard down in Phoenix. It's just amazing what you can do with electronics and ham radio. So I don't have anything else to add, so I'm going to send it back up to Ron, KD7QKU.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dave, KD7QKU. Well, Jim, N7QO, if you've got a pencil and a piece of paper, I'll give you some information and you can do some searches on Google or something. So, the equipment that Wade is using is called high dies. It's capital H-I, capital D-I-E-S. And the piece of equipment maybe that we will want to buy is HV-120A or HV-122A. And you can look that up on the computer and you can kind of get an opinion or get a kind of see what this high dice company has to offer, and maybe you can see some costs and things. I don't know about their amplifiers. I think Wade was telling me the guy in Colorado has an amplifier, so I don't know. But in time, we'll get it all figured out. So, gee, Merry Christmas. Yeah, no, it was good to see Richard. Joanne and I was talking about him this morning at breakfast, wondering how he was doing, and it looks like he's moving right along again. So that's wonderful. So, yeah, and I want to thank you, Wade, for all the driving and everything you've been doing. Even at Christmas. I think we're going to have to give Wade some gas money. Or I'll give Wade some gas money, fill him up or something. So, yeah, it's awful nice of him to take this project on and kind of get it going. Maybe in a couple of months, who knows, we'll be transmitting some digital. I had sold some, I sold my telescope, and I was trying to think of what else I sold. I had a kind of a nice little kitty. I had about $1,500 or something in it, and then nothing's really happened, and I just slowly spent it. But I guess I spent it on yard and on sprinkler systems and, blowback valves and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I guess I could come up with some money to buy some equipment if I could receive the picture. That's the big deal. If I can receive the picture, I guess I'd be willing to buy some equipment. So anyway, it's just we'll have to wait and see, I guess. So anyway, that's it. I think are we running out of time? No, we got a few minutes left. So I'll send it back to Dave. This is KD7QKU.
Let's go to Bert in 7CS in Marysville.
No, they came back pretty quick to me. I'm not sure I have any additional stuff to talk about, but just if Richard is still listening out there, it was really great to see you back and on the net. So I appreciated seeing you, and I'm glad you're doing much better now. Anyways, this is Bert in Marysville in 7CS. Back to net.
Let's go to Wade in Tacoma, W7ITL.
I'll just close out and just say 73 here, but I do, again, want to just emphasize it was so nice to see Richard. I'm just glad that he's getting around and is able to join our nets. Let's see. So, yeah, I am pushing hard to get this all digital. We might be kind of a hybrid for a few weeks, but I'm going to try to do another test tomorrow or Friday before the next net and see if we can get the 1.2 to work on digital too. Yeah, I don't mind doing the driving if it gets us on digital. So we'll keep pushing forward, and that's all we can do. And all right, well, I'll turn it back to Nat. I don't know if we just got 7 more minutes. If we don't have anything more to say, we could probably close the net out early. All right, I'll turn it back to Dave, our net control. This is W7ITL Wade in Tacoma.
W7ITL, let's go to Jim in 7QO.
Break, Dave. But I think, so Bert, I wanted to thank you for loaning Wade the equipment and loaning the club the equipment, and we do appreciate that. The test equipment and the digital equipment, and I think it'll really help us out a lot. So thank you very much for that. And as soon as you get home, maybe we can get you involved in this. That would be good too. All right, enjoy your trip, and maybe we'll see you on one of the nets, Bert, if you can get through on Discord someplace. All right, good night, everybody. KD7QKU.
87QKU, let's go to Jim in 7QO.
Well, first I have to say amen, Ron. Amen to what you said there. Thank you very much, Wade, and thank you very much, Bert. We seem to be making some progress here. Going slowly, but that's okay. As long as we're moving in the right direction. So I still don't know if I'm going to be able to get into the repeater
because allegedly there's a tower leg between the 70 centimeter antenna and my house. So we'll work on that. We'll worry about that later. I guess thanks, Ron. Thank you for the information on that high DES system. I will do some looking on that. I assume that's the receive system, but we'll see what's going on. And yeah, Dick, good to see you. Hopefully next time I'll be able to hear what you say. I don't know what happened there, but we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. One other comment. This is the first of the month. This coming Saturday morning is our monthly meeting. So that's something to put on the schedule. The weather's supposed to be nice, so some of us may be playing hooky, even those of us who are not going on ships. But anyway, I will plan to see you all on Saturday morning. And back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
7QO, thanks for that. Thinking about wrapping up the net. Anybody have anything else they'd like to say before we sign off?
Just wanted to say there's one other piece you're going to want, that high des that Ron talked about. That's actually just for the receive on your side. To transmit, you're going to need the high des HV-320E and a 70 centimeter amplifier. It only puts out about 5.5 milliwatts of power, so you'll need a little amplification. If you have a 70 centimeter amplifier, you can definitely hook it up to the high des as long as it can handle low power to it. So with that said, I'll see you guys on our business meeting, and we can talk more about all the things that we're going to be doing. So that's it. I'm going to say 73. This is Wade, W7ATS, back to net.
Does anybody else have anything to say? That being the case, we'll terminate the net. We'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use WW7STR's repeater 147.08 with a tone of 103.5 for our nets held on Wednesdays and Saturdays for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. This is Dave, KD7CYM, terminating the net at 8:58. Good evening all.
Thank you.